I clicked mute. I clicked the unmute and it didn't unmute. Thank you. Our goal, we're gonna attempt to finish this game, but our minimum goal is to at least get, I assume there's gonna be one more world unlock here. So unlock this one and try to get this one would be finishing the game, I guess, but we just need one more key to open this world, so we could just do the main area. Now I have to get back into remembering how everything in this game works. Nope, hint. We probably will use the hints, depending on, you know, how far we are in the stream and how far we are in progress. All right, so this one, okay, let's remember the words we got. Interesting, okay. None of these letters are used, right? Oh, but there was that one word to end the game, but I guess we don't need that. Okay. So we're gonna need I do remember we learned that we can use the same question mark for multiple letters. So can we do 3 ta? Probably. I guess if we did ta. Oh, but you know what we could do? Okay. I don't know exactly how many. Overload. Oh, I just got an achievement. Spell a word that's way too long. Interesting. Okay, hold on. I just messed that up, I think. Okay. Let's do it to lock. Get these two. Oh wait, there's 3 here. I didn't realize that there was a V in this spot. So let's do those 2. Then we can do a to lock here. Oops. You can't backspace that. Okay. Oh, maybe if I went back stuff. TLAK. Get those 2. Oh. You know what? We probably should do a low here. And then a talak. Okay, I think I got this. So this one's gonna be a low. To get like this. Then we can do like a talak to get this other 2. And then we get this last one to be a ta. There we go. Nice. Beauty. Being able to type an X is crazy, yes. This question mark is the most powerful thing in this game. It's crazy. And like you saw, we could like repeat it even. It's wild. A wild hound door appears. Oh, it's a holiday hound door. What's gonna be useful here, though? Do we type a question mark here? this. We got LOK Digital. Because this could be like a Tilak, I guess. Going like that. Yeah, there it is. Ebb. And this is a Ta. There we go. Oh, you got a freaking present with your Houndour? Houndour? Question marks here. I don't know if we can Tilak. We could do like a lock. But that doesn't seem entirely too useful. We could maybe low and do like a diagonal somewhere. This would get a little bit here. We need like 2 low or something. What did Abba do? Oh, that's right, it like protects. Oh wait. A, X, B, X, A. I guess that doesn't really do much. Yeah, that doesn't do much, unfortunately. But hey, we're back to the start. Oh, did we already Ulco? Probably. Yeah, we did. Okay. I guess we could do a Tilak. Oh yeah, if we did this. And then end it here. And we just went T, L, X, A, X, and then just did the X's until we got to the K. If we got rid of what's the most useful here? Because we could do like low. Which is still not quite enough. Maybe we keep the T and do a Ta at the end. So we do something like this. Then we can like lock. But that doesn't quite get us what we need. We'd need to get rid of these 3. So low would get us. Here we go. This is it. And this is a low. There. And then we Ta there. Got it. We done did it. Now we do the special ones. Ooh. We need to put something here. I mean, we could just start out with like an ebb here. Then we can Tilak Should we do these two? Does that help us in any way? Maybe we wait. Okay, maybe it'd be better to do these two. No, because we want this to go like that. Oh, but if we had a low. I think this makes sense. And then we could like... There's no way that this is the actual answer though, right? Oh wait, we need the question mark if we were gonna do that anyway. Because now this can be a word. Oh yeah, this is it. This is actually it. Wow. This seems like an easy solution to me though. Alright, well, we got it. Ooh, now we got some weird... This seems like a low spot here. Wow, that's a lot of question mark. And there's this one here, randomly. Maybe try to put a bunch of question marks around here. Because we could like Tilak here. I guess we can't. 3 is the longest word we could make unless we used more question marks. Like that. But we don't want to use that many. Here's a low. But I feel like this would cost a low. So can we get 4 question marks? Oops. I don't think this is working out, no. So we had like this last one. Oops. And there's a ta here. Could do like a question mark here. That would get this section. Could do one here. That's not quite enough though. And then the other question is, what about this M over here? Okay, so if we want a low here, then we want to use like these two before we do that. And this isn't big enough to like do this trick. We could like do an ebb with one of them. And then we end on this. Right, but then what? you know? And we could do like another ebb here. Like the most we can get is 3 like this. We do this. That's how we can get a low low. We get a ta here. We can't do. What do we do about these 3 spots? We can ta the blinks. And then ta the. Oh, yeah. Ta the blinks. Ta the M. Got it. Okay. We did it. Okay, so now we gotta do this little one. Little one. Or how does this? Okay, so this K is gonna be not used, and this blank neither. Okay, so we've got this. Oops, didn't mean to click there. To click there. I mean, as long as we. Oh, I see. And this would have to be like. Okay. But we could go like this. No. Oh, because it has to be an X every time after the first. I see. This one's kind of hard to look at with the 3D effect. Not gonna lie. Could do something here. We can't do something there, right? Oh, I can't read. Because like if we did this to block one of them, right, we can't do multiple other things. And this can't go anywhere. This can't go anywhere. So the E and the O could be. Oh, my dictionary's gone. All right, well, that's okay. It was hard to read anyway. So we could do one here, but that doesn't seem too useful. We can't get a low low. There's nothing that uses an O and an E, right? Hold on. No. Oh, I see, it pops up when I click. I could always do like, oops. I guess you can't do. Ugh. What's the point of doing this one? We can only do ta once. I guess we could do this. This one, nothing comes of that one. Why is this harder than the, like, actual puzzles? Ah, a witcher chatot. Oh, it escaped already. That was too late. In saying it. Whoops, I did it again. Oh? It could be kind of close to low if I do that. But there's no way. It doesn't help. Because this K can't go anywhere. The only place this E can go is there. The only place this O can go is there. Ollie. Is there a purpose to this? Other than just to clear out the E? Not really, right? And then this spot here can't go anywhere, so there's not really a use in even filling it. I feel like I should be able to use this K somehow, but I just can't. We're so close to getting the key that we need. We just need to figure out this one. I don't think these ones are supposed to be that hard. I'm just struggling with it. Is this one in line with this? It is. So if we could get a low, we could take all of this out. I just don't think there's a way to do that. Well, I need a break from this visual. It's killing my brain. My eyes and brain. I can think about it while not on that screen. Or I'll just close my eyes so you can look at it if you want. Okay, so if we did... There's still just no use for that center one other than for like a ta. I guess we could try that. But then how do we get rid of... I guess we can ta twice? Can we ta twice? Okay, so if this is a K or something. No, we can't ta twice. But we could start off with a ta. Oops. Let's say typo. Got it. Alright, we got a key! Bonus world unlocked! Now we don't have to look at that anymore. Okay, so we do need 11 keys for this one. But let's check out this bonus world. What a crazy thing we got this time. Oh, look at these beautiful sculptures. Oh, that's cool. Can we rotate these? No, alright. This is cool. I like this. I like this. This is the only spot this one can go in. And if we went to the lock, right? But can we get it to lack? We can if we do this. I said go there. We got a Tlack there. Got a lock. And we've got a Ta. You don't think you can handle this? This is pretty cool. Pretty neat. What's going on now for this bonus world is we got these pieces that we have to like slot in before we finish the puzzle. Which I think is pretty cool. Where else can this fit? It is a lot to think about, though. How does this last one fit? Right there. So this X we could put somewhere we need, but the rest have to go here. If we went here, we could low. I think that's the way we gotta do this. Boom, and then we Ta. Oops, too far. X's. This is cool. I like this one a lot. Interesting. So there's an ebb there. Oh, I wish I could. Oh, that is one thing. I wish I could just like start kind of arranging these and then put them down. Okay, but we could like Ta. Can we get a Tlack in here? If we did this and we made this into a question mark or an X, then we could Tlack, and then we could Ta. Nice. Ooh. Okay. So there's a K here. Okay, these X's. Do you want them on the inside or the outside? Probably the inside, right? As we did this kind of idea. We don't have any other X. How do we get these X's to work off of each other? I don't think they can, so we just have to use them, you know, like this. So what can we start with here? Can we get a Tlack in here? There's a TL, K, but we can't get like the A in there. We could start with an LOK. Maybe. Do we have any other options? This one is more difficult. So we've got... I guess we could do like a ta somewhere probably. There's no E or B. I'm actually not seeing a ta either. L O L O. How do we get the K though? We'd have to block it off already. That's not good. If we get rid of the C, we could ta there, but... I need to be able to like rotate this piece. There's no like other way to fit this in, right? It just has to be the quadrants. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to get all of them in there. Let's see. There's no low, that's for sure. This X could go this way. Boom. I need to like the K needs to be like that, but then that's pretty close, but still not going to be able to get a K out of it. L-O, well, we might get a low. I can get lol. But I can't get the extra O. There's an O here though. If we had it like that, that's a low. There we got a lock and a ta. Nice. It was the low all along. I was wrong. It was low through and through. Okay, so one of these two is going to be in here. Let's just throw one in there for now. Oh, wait. It doesn't actually necessarily have to be that way. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And this is a 16. So there's going to be 3 empty spaces. And I assume this still could be used. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay, because I do want like this, right? So maybe like that. Then we would have to tie like this. That doesn't quite work. I'd have to be able to get 2 ta. I'd have to do this ta in order to do this lock. But then I can't do this lock. Or this ta. Can we do a tlack somewhere? We could maybe do a tlack. Like this is a tlack. And then we have a ta for the use. But then what? Because we need the lock. I don't think we can do a tlack. Okay. Screw up the tlack idea. If we start with a lock here, does it lock? Wow. There's a ta here. Lock. Can't get that lock. I keep trying to rotate this by right-clicking. I don't know which game it is that's poisoned my mind to such, but I keep trying to right-click just to rotate while holding a piece. If I do this ta, I can't do this lock. Could do this lock. Oh yeah, that might be the answer. And these tas is for this. And this ta here. I don't know, because this guy can't do anything. That's kind of close, actually. Maybe the answer is tlack. Let's go back to doing the tlack, but let's do it like this way instead. Because we could maybe... No, because we only get 1 ta. We do that tlack. But then we can't do this ta. We tlack, lock, but no ta. We did it. Not quite. I like the noise that it makes when you slot these in. Their sound design is just so good in this game. I'm just throwing stuff randomly. Okay. Yeah, the noises are nice, yeah. I really feel like there's gonna be this lock somewhere. I mean, it could be like down here. Or whatever. I guess we could do a tlack up this way. Maybe that's why there's this. No. We could do this lock though. Oh no, that doesn't work because we need the L there for that lock. Okay, if we did do a tlack like this, what would it take to do a lock or something? What if we did something like this? Then there's gonna be a tlack here. I see. That doesn't quite work. Doing the top first. That's what we'd have to do though. Because then there's no other one to click. Ta can't do the use, but what else would it do? What if it were more like this? Then we just did the lock. There's two tas. Okay, hold on. Ta. We got a lock here. Ooh, almost. Almost. It's so close. So now we need a tlack there. But I can't ta and tlack. How do I do this? But that was the same thing, but without the... Right? What? I confused myself. Wasn't that the same thing? Hold on. You just do a tlack straight up. this lock. This is what we had before, right? Where then the Todd doesn't have somewhere to go. Or we're back by one. Alright. We could do lock this way. Not really sure what that accomplishes though. So we'll probably need it this way. I could just like do the first lock on the T? Or if we did this Ta. It's missing the lock. UA is Chicago coded. Wawa. Yeah. I can see that. When they're like in panic mood. What if we did something like this? Put that one there. That's not gonna work with this though. I'm missing something. Because when we do Talak, we don't have enough spaces to block. When we do locks and Tas, we either don't have enough. Oh. Yeah, hold on. Is there something else we could do? I don't think so. Oh, we could probably Ulko in this level, huh? I forgot about the Ulko. There's Ulko. Got the bird. Okay. What if we did Telek this way? I don't know what it's gonna solve, but it's gonna solve something. It's gonna be cool. We can Todd this way. Wait, actually, I think that is the... Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm gone. I have disappeared. Game didn't crash. But... I crash. Oh, game did crash. Interesting that it also made only the PNG tuber crash in addition. I'm still streaming, right? It says I am. That was interesting. I'm up, okay, good. Not sure why that happened. It thought I was too powerful. It had to kill me on sight. Like, we can't have this hammer guy solving this problem. Strike him down. What if I did this with the Tlak? I got it. It was scared of me. It was scared of me, so it crashed the game. And me. But not the rest, nothing else on my computer crashed. That was it. Usually when something like that happens, it's like, it crashes the whole thing, the whole system. Okay, so there's two different ways that this can go. This way seems better for where the X's are placed. Right, because I can do like, whee, with the question marks. And then, I guess Ta is more likely to work there. So let's do like a, oops, low, low. And then we can like Tlak, please, there, to get these two. And then we Ta the X's. That one was way easier than the previous one. Are you kidding me? Okay, so we got two of this shape. Where can they fit? There and there? Can they go anywhere else? I don't think so. So which one makes more sense for where the X's will end up? I'm not sure. Either of these are particularly useful for where the X's are. My gut is saying this is a better setup, so I'm gonna go with it. Now, is it like this probably? Where does this X go? Hold on, if we had it like this. X, no. Alright, let's go back to what my gut feeling here. And then throw this X somewhere. Looks like this might be the first move. So we can Ta. If we blocked that. There's this lock here. That O's not really going to be used, I don't think. But we could like Ta the blinks. Oh, you know what? We probably don't Ta the blinks. We need to Ta the X's at the end. So Ta's going to be the last thing done. So how about we do something like this? Then we can like, oh, we can't go up from there. Oh gosh. I was gonna try to low. But this O can't. We'd have to end on that O, and we'd have to end on that O, so we can't low. With those ones, but we could like low there. But then can't really use this. Oops. Actually, yeah, maybe there's a better spot for this X, like there. This is not an X though. What if that X was there and this X was there? Hey, now we have the box for X's. That's probably the way to go. Okay, but now we don't have the lock down here. The lockdown. We do have these ones though. And we could... Wait. Oh, this is the way. Okay. Like low here. Oh, this is close. Because this... Ooh, that's really close. Okay, so if we swapped these... Could we still get a box X? No. We could like start with a Tlak instead. I feel like he wants it to be like this though. Hold on. Let's go back to the square of X's. Could I somehow use this O? Or this L, I mean. I'm not sure. We could like lock. There's a low there. Or we could do it even like, oh, there's a... Right, there's like one lock left, but I can't use this L. If we do something like this, we could use that. There's a ta here, there's a lock there. If we did this, there's like a low there instead. Right? We could like low. If we do this lock, then there's... That's not it. There's... These are in line. This is close. Maybe this is not the first thing to do. Because there could be a lock here. Maybe this X goes somewhere else. I could even undo that. Maybe it's just where this X is placed that matters more. I'm going to tie the X's in the end. Is the idea. We start with low. Nope, that was a fairly urban idea. It has to start there if I'm starting with this positioning. I guess we could try to do it to locks somewhere. Like this. Is that better in some way? If we block this, we get a lock there. I don't know. If I can use this L first. Then I can get like a to lock. Can I use this L for anything though? This needs to be this lock, I think. But it can't be. But then this can't do anything. I don't know. Okay, so that's the talk here. I already tried this one. There's no way that's not it at all. This is the last one of this stage though, so I'm gonna power through it to get the key. Okay, let's just double check there's no other place these can go. No, it has to be there and there. If it's like this, we're gonna have to taw the X's at the end, right? Yeah. So I guess we're not gonna do a tlack. So that means we would need to do a lock like that, which means this has to fit there. Because if we did this, this doesn't work. And then we can figure out where this X goes. seems like the best spot for it in this configuration. So we can get a lock there. We can get a LO L, but we can't do this. If we do up and then over. Okay, so if we did this. Oh, but we can't do that. Go through this here. Then we could do low there. Why? No, we can't do that. Why did I think we could do that? We could do... What can we do here? Not much. How many X's are there? 5. That'd be hard to get rid of with all the other stuff. Okay, so let's try doing it with these in this configuration. Is this helpful? Probably need that there. This K cannot really be reached unless I use this X. So we did like a low. Because this could be one. If we blocked this off. And this low was used. And this could be a lock. But this blocks that L. Could be this. If we swapped these around. We could do that if we did a lock. That's definitely not it. It would have to be this way. Maybe we put an X there? No, we'd have to put it up there, right? We'd have to do something like that. Oh, we could do the lock there. Which means we could do it down that way. So maybe this somehow Is the low? There we go. But then that O does nothing. Ol. Could we try the ol? No. Oh, you can't pokey gift because we don't have enough people playing. Cannot pokey gift. No. Guess you have to convince everybody to watch my stream. What do I do? Put Tlack here. Could I do something? Because there's like this lock. Then what? There's nothing else. There's no TA. That's right, we needed the TA. Yeah. Okay, this TA, we just save it to the end. So then what do we do? We can low lock. How do we use this? It'd have to be like that, which means that this would have to be the lock, so that's not gonna happen. Right, because this K gets taken up. If we taught the blanks. Is it possible to clear everything? No, because we can't like use low here. No. I put this X somewhere else though. There's a low there. There's a... No, we'd have to lock. And then there'd be... if this is the lock. I can't do that. What am I thinking? Because the stupid O's at the corner. Okanoku. That's not an Oku. That's not how that works. We already got Oko on this stage though, right? Yeah. We did. Okay, hold on. Let's do this messed up looking one. Can we get something out of this? Wait, actually, if we did... Yeah, we tried this one, I think. Yeah. I think we've tried all of them at this point. Not having the corner X is brutal there. But we have these corner X's. You can't line them up. If we have this, we could line them up. But the rest doesn't look usable. Like, what do you do with this? This L is unusable. Maybe we just block it off with something, like a low at some point. Do low there. It just seems like we need to use all of them. Maybe the power is the yo-yo. The low, blocking off like most X's, and then we can taw the blanks or something. This section is pretty decent. Low. See, but I can't use that L or anything, so it's not useful. Black doesn't seem as useful either, but maybe it is. Maybe we get rid of the X's elsewhere? We could do lock there. We can't do anything with these if we do that. Lock there. Alright. This is the first time we use a hint. Trying to figure out where these pieces are supposed to go. We're so close to finishing this up. Low there. We can use that key if we do this. Okay. Kabuto! Oh, I missed the Kabuto. My Gen 1 fave. This has to be used there, but then you can't, like, do anything with the freaking Lolo. This was an X, then we could do a Lolo there. But it's not. It's not an X. And if it was an X, we can't do anything with this one. Can't do anything with this if that isn't an X there. This configuration seems the best. We need to somehow get this blocked off so we can do like a lock there or something. The toss still gonna happen there. This is a Lolo. But it doesn't seem useful. Can this help me? Lolo there does nothing. We don't want it on the T. Right there. We got there. That doesn't do anything. That also won't do anything. We could do that, but we're not gonna clear anything. We did that. That's not helpful either. We should put the... put it there. We could do... oh, no, that's not how that works. We could do... okay, that X is useless. Intellect could happen, but that's... I really think we will probably have to TA. Lolo cannot be the first thing we do. We could lock first. See, but then we can't ever use this lock, right? We need like this to be the Lolo or something. I don't know. Can you highlight words without putting in all of the blocks? I cannot. I cannot. It just lets me move the blocks. I can only highlight once they're all in. Alright, let's get our first hint. First time we're using the hint button, let's see what happens. Lock is first. So I am thinking then that we need it. Well, lock is first. I mean, clearly, right? But like, which way, you know? There's a lot of ways to do lock. This lock first. This lock first would allow for oh, we don't need that X there. Let's do this. Oops. Okay, do this lock. We could like low. What can we do with this guy? This one's a useless letter if we have this configuration. If we have it this way, then we have to do that lock. Or this lock to start us off. Okay, what's the next one? So it wants us to do lock. This is the only configuration I think that's really possible, but then what do we do with these? I can't like do two locks. Could do a lock there. Could do like this lock, I guess. No, because that's gonna be in the way now. Can this be a lock? Not really. And if we had this configuration, maybe it's something. Maybe there. It's this lock. Can lead into this lock. And then what do we do with like this L up here? This lock. It's this lock. Lock, low. That's what I've been trying to do, game. You're not helping. Lock, low. Which I think is really only... We can only do like this effectively. How do we low though? This stupid O's in the corners so bad. But if we do it this way, then this can't do anything. This is stupid. Why can't I figure out how to use these corner pieces? There's a low here. But then I can't really use this L at all. The lock low toss what I've been attempting to do this entire time and have not been able to do it. Oh, here's another way to do a lock. But again, this L is unusable. Oh, but if we did that... But then... It's not configured correctly. Oh wait. Am I thinking? We need one more block at top, right there. Could be L right there, but then this can't really be used. Hello. Okay. So I did this one. Oh, that's not how that works. Because this is really close. This X is not used. Can't really be used here either, though. I don't know what that's gonna do. These puzzles are insane now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're cool, but boy, are they difficult. This seems like the best lock. But what am I supposed to do beyond that? This X has got to be useful somewhere. But it's not useful there. It's not useful there. So maybe this isn't the right configuration? Maybe I do need to do something like this? There's a logo there, but how do I use this? If I did this... Maybe I can do like a weird roundabout. X there doesn't work. And then we're back to this. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Keep getting so close, yet so far away. I can't go down from there. It's just so close in this configuration. Okay, well the hints didn't help at all, so maybe we should get a hint that actually helps. No, the hints are just telling us which order we're doing things, and we already knew that. We knew the order. We know how to get there. The order was not the issue. Okay, how about we do... Okay. That's not... Okay. Let's do, like, all possible configurations. So we'll start with this one. You got that, and then that. Okay. So the X, we're here. We can do like a lock. Lock. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. OLO. This L can't be used. If we put the X there, we could do like that. It's the same problem. Maybe we could block this. We put it there. Okay, so let's swap these two around. Could do something with this. We could do like lock. That's not useful. What if we put it there? Do something like this. Again, that L is kind of unusable though. This means we don't have to put the block there. We could put it somewhere else more useful, maybe. No, wait, hold on. I'm doing this wrong. That. So that's not useful. Okay, so now we swap these two around. This is the configuration I think I like the most, but I don't know what to do about the second lock. Because I'm kind of gonna use this one for this one. But this is the only way to do a lock at first. It's almost possible to go this way. No, it's not. I'm dumb. Because if this L was useful here, but like, there's no way to do that. So what if we swapped these? Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, let's make sure we can't do it with this configuration. It's gonna be the same problem for the lock though. This one might make the lock possible. Else how? Almost, but not quite. If we swap those two around, there's the possibility of this one. No. No. This is almost it, but I can't quite do that. It's close. I was kind of hoping it would tell me the first like position, not just what the word is that we're doing first, because I mean, we kind of got this part, but we don't have the positions correct. Well, I've tried every configuration and I cannot figure it out. So that could be the low though, which would mean the lock. No, there's no way that's the low though. If I do this lock, then I have to do this to get the next lock. Oh wait, no, there's this lock. Although it could be this lock, but then this L is useless. There's this low. Then we can't do anything with the O. That's there. We Makes me think the X needs to be like here so we can do some weirdness. Right. Oops. But you can't like... Can't get to this X. Right, so that's not useful. Where can the X even be useful? It feels like this has to be the most useful spot for the X. But then like this L is not in a spot that's usable. That's what I don't understand. Maybe here? This L cannot be used if that is the configuration. It would have to be like that. Or on this side. There's like a Lolo or something there. And then like how to use this O. You can't use that O unless there's part of the Lolo. Like this lock could... There's a Lolo there. If we just blocked off an O with a Lolo, then a lock is possible. But we would also need to block off a blank. The lock can be used to block this off. So what if we did something like that? Oh, we need this X. We need both of those X's. This is so close. But I know it tells us that we need to lock first. We just can't. We just can't do the lock. It's not possible. Okay. We'll come back to this one maybe. The hints are unfortunately not useful for this one. The castle we're pretty close to finishing. Oh, this is the ice one. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. I'm gonna have a lot of time though. Alright. We might not be able to see the last area. Unless I get some hints. What do you think? Should we just rush and get some hints? Let's see. We need 3 more keys. Oh, that's not happening. That is far away. Okay. If we want to see the other world, I don't even think hints is going to be enough. Just because there's so many bonuses to do. Unless we could just get this one. I could like look up the answer for that one and just do hints. I don't know. Do you want to see the last area? How much do you want to see the last area is the real question. Or we could come back to it again. Because we're pretty close. We could finish the game. At some point. Like next time I stream, next week. I wouldn't mind coming back to it. Yeah, okay. Then maybe that's what I'll do. Let's try to get through this world. Because there's only 2 left. And then maybe next week we'll come back and get that last area unlocked. Alright. There's no B, because that's what it needs to be, this one, right? So no B's. There's like a Talak here, which seems promising. I don't know if this O is useful to us. There's a TLAK there. Which we could do a second time. And if we did a second time, then there's a lock there. And a lock there. But that's not useful. Because then you get rid of all the X's. There's also an extra K up here. So one of these needs to be a Ta and not a Tlak. So I need the Ta. Really seems like they'd have to do this though. This could be like a lock here. Then this Tlak could open up. Oh no, it wouldn't open up a Ta. I would do this, and now it opens up a Ta. A lock. But only if we like broke this. This. Okay, so maybe we don't start with that Tlak. Is there somewhere else we can start? That might be the only place to start. If I do the telek, I can't do the ta. If I do a lock, lock. LOK there. Like that. Can't quite. And we need both uses of this O. So it would have to be like this for the telek to start out. Because I need to use that O multiple times. But I need this. I feel like we have to do this every time. We got... How do we get more locks out of this? I can't think of too many ways to get lock without using the teleks. So I would want to use this L. Could get that lock, right? But then, like, we can't get... So maybe this telek is more like that? Well, that is what we did, right? Could block like these off, I suppose. We're gonna have to tall the X's in the end. Oh. Because it doesn't have to necessarily be the end that we taught the X's. Okay, so we would need this use. But I need this X. Ugh. Because that's how I get that one. This is lock here. this L, but I need this to be broken. Right, but I can't just get the lock if these X's are both taken out. I need this to get this lock. Then I tlag, I guess. Yeah, I could do that. And then I taw the X's. Lock, lock. There it is. Got it. And now there's this one. I'm seeing a lot of telex and lock possibilities. And taw, of course. I guess we could low some places maybe. But where do we start on this one? Can we start? Okay, can we start with this letter? No. This one could be a ta. On like all of the blanks or something. I don't know if that's useful necessarily. This one can't start. This is the same time. This can not. This. This. Okay. No. Okay, I think this time might actually be the way to start. We do all the blanks. Does that open anything for us? Just this, which isn't really useful. So maybe I see a telek. Oh wait, no. Like this seems like, you know, telek in the ice is gonna be one of the things we need to do here. We use this L, then there's this lock. Was this top the only spot to start? I'm thinking it is. I can't see any other spots where we could start. It really seems like that would be the only move, really. But what can we do from there? We can almost do a telek there. The O's in the way. Oh, we could do this lock. There we go. If we take this one out, we could do this telek now. It just seems like maybe this. Telek. There's a lock and a ta that we need to do. Block like that. Onto this blank space. So we take these two out. And then we can tell the axis. There we go. Hey, we got another world done. Oh wait, we have to do this part. We have a lock. A lock. And a tie. World complete. We get a key. A key. A key, a key. So there's the Game Boy world. There's this world. The DNA world. I forgot what the DNA was this guy? Yeah. And then the video game world was the one that lets you like push things. That's right. Okay, so let's try the DNA world since we're pretty far on that one. We don't have a lot of time, but we might be able to get one or two of these puzzles done. Is it ABA? It is ABA. There's like a low we could do here, which can block this off to do it. Oh, if we do this, low there, then we can black there. Oh, we're off by one. If we do this, we low that spot, and we black there. There we go. That one's done. Do that. That's the only way to start though, right? And what? Do the same thing here? I guess. I'd want to ta. We can't. The only way to start is by doing this. And the only way to begin is by beginning. So we could do this. And then we can get this in there. And then we ta there. There it is. Alright, we got that one. We got 3 left in this world. How many keys do we need? 2 more still, yeah. Which is that and this. Well, maybe could get there. Let's see. There's a tlack we can start with. There's a lock we can start with. An abo we can start with. Oh, we would need the L as well. too many like random ones. Okay, this is a ta. So we did something like this. We could ta. No, we would need like. Lock. Ta. We could like ta again, but then we can't ta here. It's pretty close though. Maybe we clear the... No, we'd have to clear the T. Then we'd have to like somehow get another to do that. Okay, so there could be something to do with the tlack. Just doesn't seem correct. Could I get another tlack in there somehow? This can be done like whenever, so if we did lock first, we could even do the, oops, I have it that way, no, it was there. This eye is gonna need to get gotten rid of, gone. We can't add it twice. Right? So like, what do we get in here? Because I can't get like another tlack or lock going. So if I did this, then I have to use this A. That's not helpful. This ta seems useful, but then what do I do at this point? Well, let's gotta get rid of lock here. Doesn't seem like anything too useful. Tlack can get rid of two things, but lock and ta can get rid of two things as well. But would also include this O. I'm thinking lock and ta is the way to go. But what can I lock? to make this tile actually useful. Because I feel like I would need to have one more use of ABBA for this to work. And there's still a letter in here. What's not what other words we got? I guess we could Lolo. If we ABBA. So let's lock this. ABBA. The T here? Oh wait, no. Lock we can't do if we're doing the low. We tlack this. ABBA the L. Low the diagonal. Yeah, wait. This is gonna get covered, so we do that. ABBA the L. Low the diagonal. Ta the X's. Nice. Nice. I don't think we're gonna get both these specials done, but next time we can try to get those two done and this one done, and then we could get into this world and we could try to completely finish it. You know what? Might even be able to 100% it. What achievements are we missing? Oh yeah, I forgot there's daily puzzles. Daily puzzles spoil the mechanics of the main game. Okay, so we probably want to unlock this last area before we do a daily. But next time we could do that as well. Let's see if we can finish this level first before we have to end today. So what are we got? What are we got here? What can we start with though? We can start with this. I don't think we're using these K's because we don't have, well, I guess we could make L's and O's. H doesn't seem useful. There's this, which will probably actually need to be something specific at some point. Oh wait. How do we get the other ebb? We could do this. Is that useful at all? I don't think so. But I can't quite reach that. And this can't quite reach this either. What if I got rid of the K's? Does that even help in any way? I don't think it does. Let's start with this Ta. Is that better? Got rid of the T's? to get rid of like the K's in order for this one to. Because this can't get to this E. How does this one get to either E? Can it? I don't think it can. Go around here. But this E has no direct line. It would have to be this spot, but this spot can't be reached unless this spot's also filled out. Oh, this is the ABBA world, so we're probably going to need to use that at some point. So maybe I only need one app? Or be ABBA the B. That's not really possible. I'm not sure where I can start on this one, other than that top, but we're out of time for today. So next week, we will finish this game up. At bare minimum, we'll open this. Oh yeah, I haven't been looking for the Ulcos. That's right. We'll figure it out next time. Next time we will try to 100% the game, because I'm only missing a few achievements. Some of them are hidden. I'm assuming one's going to be like all Ulcos. One's going to be opening the last world, gaining all the keys. We will conquer the ABBA world yet. Exactly. So next time, okay, Wednesday, New Year's Eve, I'm not going to be streaming. But next Sunday, we'll pick this game back up. We'll hopefully finish it. We'll at least get the last world open. That much I'm certain we can do. We might not be able to do like the 100%, and that's fine. I can 100% out my own time, but I do at least want to show this last mechanic, whatever it's going to be. I'm excited though, because all of the mechanics have been crazy thus far, and this is going to be the last world you would unlock. So, well, that or the Game Boy would be the last one. I guess you could probably technically unlock the Game Boy last, but it's going to be crazy, I think. So I'll see you next week. Again, no stream Wednesday. But then we'll be on the normal streaming schedule for a while, I think. But thanks all for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!